Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Dr. Sean J. Harris and
your buddy Caden.
That's right. So we're having a little homeschool session right now. So I pulled Caden out of class. I'm the headmaster, so I can do that whenever I want to. And I just want to have a little discussion here. What are we talking about?
Today in class, I'm learning about a credit score.
Well, what is a credit score, Caden?
A credit score tells how well you are at paying back money, and it's pretty much a report card of how good you are at paying back money.
So that's your credit report, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your credit score?
Your credit score is, it helps you buy different things like a house, it helps you get a loan, and things along the line of that.
So basically your credit report is more so like your report card for your credit, right?
Yeah.
So should you have a high score or a low score?
A high score.
And that determines your interest rate we talked about, right?
Yeah.
So when it's time to buy a house or a vehicle or something like that and you have to pay an interest rate, do you want a high interest rate or you want a low interest rate?
A low interest rate.
Because what is interest?
Interest is the cost of borrowing money.
So if somebody borrows some money from you, they got to pay some some money on that, right?
Yeah.
It's like paying rent on the money that you do. What else you know about credit report? Well, credit in general.
One thing that I do know about that is if you don't pay your credit score back, they will send someone after you to try to get the money that you owe.
They send that money boogeyman, huh?
Yeah.
They say they want that money. Okay, well let me ask you this. They typically send you a letter say, hey, you owe us some money. You ignore that letter, what happens?
They can send you to court.
They'll send you a couple more letters, try to get the money, and if not, then like you said, they'll do court hearings. Let's say that the judge orders you to pay the money back, and you don't pay the money back. What happens then?
Then it can lower your credit score, and it could damage you being able to get a loan and being able to buy a house or a vehicle.
So, and they can actually put liens on certain things, right?
Yes.
So you definitely want to keep on top of that credit. How do we do credit with you and Kennedy? What are you on?
We're authorized users on some of your cards.
And explain what an authorized user is and how that advantageous.
An authorized user is where you're on someone's card and it helps boost your credit score even if you don't have a credit card of your own.
So when you guys turn 16, 18 years old, you know you're gonna have 800 plus credit score, no doubt about it, right?
Yeah.
So the higher credit score you have when you're that age, you guys will be 16, 18 years old conducting real estate investment transactions, right? And it's because you have great credit score. Now, can you remember the difference between your personal credit and your business credit?
Personal credit is pretty much just for you, but your business credit is specifically for your business.
So a lot of things you do, you want to do it in your business credit, right?
Yeah.
Just like some of our fleet vehicles for our companies, we put those in our business name, right?
Yes.
So, and that helps establish business thing. There we have credit cards in the business name. So even simple stuff like buying office supplies, like we need copier paper, inkjet cartridges, things like that. Any kind of office supplies, that's a tax deduction, right?
Yes.
And that's something we'll talk about on another video, is talk about taxes and understand the tax code and everything. So, so when you're building your credit, do you think that it makes good sense to stay on top of your credit and pay your credit in a timely manner, or should you just kind of, I'll pay it when I get to it?
You should definitely pay it on time and when you're told to.
And one thing Daddy taught you and Kennedy is how you make multiple payments. Instead of just paying one time a month, you pay 2 times a month. So at the end of the year, your credit card company will show at least 24 payments as opposed to just 12 payments. And that helps accelerate your FICO score. Remember we talked about FICO score, which is just a fancy name for your credit score?
Yeah. Yes.
So it increases that tremendously. And how old are you, Caden?
I'm 11 years old.
When do you think kids should start learning about credit?
When they're as young as 5 years old or 6 years old.
I think that's a good age too. Just as soon as you can start learning and understanding stuff, I think you should learn about credit. Now you're 11. We made a post just about an hour ago. We came across an old picture that you had a certain amount of money in an account. How much money was in that account?
It was...
You remember the exact amount?
No.
$10,005.00. And that was, you wrote a book. Tell us about the book that you wrote. About $10,000.
The book that I wrote was Earning 10K Under 10 Years Old.
Mm-hmm. And how old are you now?
I am 11 years old.
That's right, and you did that way back in the day. The one we posted, that was an account showing 2 years ago. So that was before you turned 10. So are you bona fide and qualified to teach people how to be able to make money, make $10,000 on 10 years old?
Most definitely.
Absolutely. I'm sure a lot of adults would like to know how they can make an extra $10,000 this year. You think that book can help them?
Yes, it can.
Absolutely. That's one of the things we always teach you guys, is to be able to build business systems. And because you have a system in place, that's why you guys continue to make money. And you made that. You hit that milestone years ago, and continue to grow your finances. So what would you tell kids your age, and also what would you tell adults who either have kids, want to have kids, have grandkids, or let's just say the adult want to make an extra $10,000? You have any recommendations or any bits of advice you want to share?
Some things I would tell them to do is research and read books, because it will give them some information that they need to earn money in different ways that they can through different businesses and pretty much things like that.
Mm-hmm. You managed to buy a vehicle, huh?
Yep.
Let's see, you were 10 when you bought that, or you might have been 9, I can't remember. But how did you do that? Where'd you get money from to buy that?
It came from me selling many of my products over the years, and I put it into my bus.
Mm-hmm. And we're in the process of getting that renovated. We got our floor guy that's going to be jumping on that project here in the next week or so. So we're excited about that. So, question. This is a cheap plug for myself. You think your daddy might be able to teach some people how to make some money?
Yes.
Is that where you kind of learned how to make money?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you're one of my students at the Generational Wealth Academy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we got plenty of students now. One of our newest students that just joined the academy was Mr. Sean, and he did our marvelous floors, right?
Yes.
And he told me that he made $190,000 last year in his company. And he said that was totally unacceptable, and he wanted to make way more money. So Daddy already put him on a program and a blueprint. That's the whole thing. You gotta have a blueprint. So we built out a blueprint for him. We're finishing out some of the details on that this week. Matter of fact, he's gonna come over tomorrow, and we're structuring his business where he's gonna make $1 million next year, within the next 12 to 18 months in his business. Think we're gonna do it?
Definitely.
You know we're gonna do it, huh? Because we've done it before. We've done it ourselves, and it's easy to show somebody else what you've already done, right?
Yes.
All right, guys. Well, I guess it's time for you to get back to class.
Yeah.
It's almost lunchtime, huh?
Yeah.
I think we ought to bake some cookies for lunch.
Definitely.
Yeah, buddy. Well, anyway, guys, we had a great time. And we're going to do another segment. Maybe we'll do a segment on taxes real soon. We're not CPAs, but we can share our experiences and what works well for our family, right? Yeah. So we'll see you guys soon. Generational Wealth Academy. Got Dr. Sean J. Harris and my man,
Caden.
And Caden, how can people get in touch with you if they want to teach their kids about financial literacy, or they want to learn about financial literacy?
You can go to my website, CadenTeaches.com, or you can find me on my social medias, Caden Teaches.
All right. All right, buddy. Good interview. I enjoyed talking to you as always.